So, okay, I apologize if it looks like I'm reading off a script. Technically, I am, but I'm simply using that script as a guide to keep my ADHD little brain on track because there's a lot to break down here. All right. So let's start off with the predicament that Red Hat has put itself into. Okay. First, we need to take a closer look at how capitalism operates at its core. And I'm going to use Netflix as an example. Okay. So Netflix has been forever the go-to streaming service. It's got broad appeal. It's got a large content catalog, but its status as a publicly traded entity sets the stage for a conflict between shareholder expectations and the customers, you and I. Investors in Netflix, as with any company, expect to see a return on their investments, and under normal circumstances, this is completely reasonable. However, the challenge arises when the company becomes so widespread and popular that its market becomes saturated. That happened. So right now, Netflix has exhausted its pool of potential customers, and everyone who could subscribe has subscribed. Everyone who wants Netflix already has Netflix, and there's no more people. There's no more people who potentially could want Netflix. So to generate increased returns on investments in this situation, the company essentially has two options. First, they can cut operational costs. That means cut back on servers, cut back on staff, pull old shows, stop having licensing deals with third parties, cancel shows, yada yada yada. A bunch of other shit things that they do. The second is they could inflate prices, which that's where the whole new charging per household thing comes in. So because of the unavailability of additional subscribers, they really don't have any more choice for more revenue. And unfortunately, under capitalism, this cycle perpetuates a troubling trend, especially for publicly traded companies. To secure higher returns for investors, the customer experience inevitably becomes enshittified. The enshittification of platforms. So the delusion of service quality either through cost-cutting measures or heightened prices is likely, and this very phenomenon actually is what makes us understand Netflix's situation to that of IBM and Red Hat. Okay, so again, IBM/Red Hat share same constraints as Netflix. They're a publicly traded company. They are required to generate returns for their investors. In light of this demand, both companies could face a decline in their overall customer experience. And what does this mean for Red Hat? That means trying to find some way to put the GPL genie back in the bottle. And that's kind of what they've been doing to Parrot OS, CentOS-ish, and Rocky Linux. All three platforms are awesome platforms, and all three of them are being enshittified by Red Hat. Okay, all right. But here's the thing. We know this is happening now, but this is not unique to IBM, Red Hat, and Netflix. Canonical is going to be the next big issue because Canonical, the company behind Ubuntu, they're heading down a similar path. In a bid to monopolize the Linux platform, Canonical has heavily promoted its proprietary Snap package. For those who don't know, Snap packages are essentially a type of software package designed to work securely within a sandbox environment. Basically, you build it once and you can securely run it on other Linux platforms without modifying the compiled code. I personally think that the open source Flatpak format solves the same problems Canonical Snap packages, but in a more open and accessible manner. As you know, Canonical Snap package distribution network are entirely proprietary, which places control solely in the hands of Canonical, which is questionable at best. And honestly, just goes right against the spirit of Linux and open source. Really, just like the back end is locked, the format's locked. It's a locked format. It's a walled garden inside of an open ecosystem. Kind of shit. So Netflix, Red Hat, Canonical, these are interwoven threads in the fabric of capitalism. You know, their narrative illustrates how incessant pursuit of growth can negatively impact the customer experience. And not just customers, I guess, because we're talking about open platforms, the platform experience. It's critical that we acknowledge these dynamics and strive for a more balanced ecosystem. See, here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's capitalism. It's this pursuit of the money that's going to inshitify what we have. And the solution is community. The solution is community-based platforms and tools. The solutions are things like Debian and Arch. The moment you have a corporation behind the direction of your platform, they're ultimately not going to make the decisions based on the best interest of the users or the customers. They're going to always legally make the decisions what's best for the shareholders. And that's why Red Hat is fucking people over. If you enjoyed this video and you want to support me, there's several ways you can do that. You can give this video a positive thumb. You can also financially support me through Patreon and LibrePay, like these cool cats have supported me, and I can't do anything, especially good things, without these people's support. It's huge. But thank you, and I'll catch you on the next one.